there.
I guess the finger's back.
The finger's back.
He's back to say.
Bring on the finger.
There you go. The BOY was skipping out there for a while. Apparently,
I like it. What? No job tonight?
Something about a real job. I don't know. Anyway, he's here tonight. Hello, everybody.
Cheeky.
Welcome to Progressive Auto Sales Arena, where nothing has changed as far as the hockey humor goes here tonight.
100%.
This is going to be, well, an unpredictable game is what I would think, for a couple of reasons, as Ottawa's here in the house of the Sarnia Sting tonight. We've seen, there's certainly a lot we can talk about here. We've seen a lot of changes over the last little while, with Adam Ruzicka now gone to the Sudbury Wolves in exchange for some draft picks.
We got 3 draft picks out of the deal, which is a good gig, because, I mean, Adam's, he's an overager, so they really only have him for the remainder of the year. And, I think it's a good fit for him. Clearly he was struggling here, and, so I empower to him. I wish him all the best.
Yeah.
But to go and to trade away an overager and bring in a 17-year-old 6'5" forward.
What's that say to you?
I think it's a good sign. Honestly, I really do. I think it means, we got someone who has the potential to be more of a landmark player for us, or a keystone or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I think, I like the idea of that, and it didn't cost us much to get him.
No. The more we say, I agree with you on that one, because, the conversations I've had with a lot of people is we're seeing these changes, and exactly to what you said, we're seeing the young ones come in. So, looking to the future, building a team, perhaps.
Well, and I think that's really that's what this trade says.
Yeah.
This trade says is, while we've got an opportunity to get something for a player of the quality of Adam Ruzicka, we can get something for him at this time. We know we only have him for a few more months. Somebody was willing to give us some draft picks for that. That's a good deal. It allows him to finish up his career, with some fresh perspective, and maybe he can make a difference for that team, which is great. But then it also gives us, we bring in a new, fresh, younger player.
As Adam goes away, then here's what's interesting
renewal,
is
baby.
Adam went away, and then a couple of days later, they didn't announce it right away.
No.
A couple of days later, it came out. Now we have Anthony Tabak coming to us from the Sudbury Wolves. That's what we're referring to.
Yes.
A 17-year-old player, 6'5", 17.
I know. That's a big feller right there. That's a big boy.
And as I've been informed, is he will be playing tonight. So we look forward to seeing just what kind of performances that Anthony's going to bring to the Sarnia Sting here tonight. And moving on with that as well, Cameron Lemoore is starting in between the pipes tonight.
I'm on the fence about that one.
Why? Because we're playing Ottawa.
Well, for sure. And
I think that was my first instinct when I saw that tonight in the media room. I thought, wow, we're playing like first place team here tonight, real strong team. Haven't seen a lot from Cameron Lemoore, but maybe that's a good reason to put him in there and say, okay, here you go. Step up, show us.
Your trial by fire, brother.
We may have time to remove him if we need to. So,
well, for sure, and I think I don't want to put too.
That was definitely a dad joke.
Nicely.
That was a dad joke.
But no, I think I don't want to downplay the quality of play from Ethan Langevin. I think he really stepped up in a very difficult and a very challenging time for the team, where we needed some goaltending, and I think this young man really stepped up to the plate, and he got us moved us up a few ranks in terms of our rankings in the O. So I don't want to downplay that at all, but I really am very interested to see what Lemoore can do. It was clearly not his night when we played against his former team in his first game. I think it was a bad idea, and maybe a little bit of a setup, and it was an unfortunate event. But I got a chance to see him play a little bit, and he held his own in a few circumstances. I was in Hamilton.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
Last weekend, where he got the start there too, I think, if I recall correctly. And you know what? I mean, it wasn't bad. You know, it wasn't. We didn't come up with the win, and we probably should have against Hamilton. It was an overtime loss, but you know, I thought overall, honestly, it was actually a pretty good game for the most part. You know, it was a lot of back and forth, very equally matched.
You talk about the overtime losses, 3 overtime losses in a row. Starting here when we played against London. London was definitely here for some payback, and they got it. And you know, I'll go back to that London Knights game, post game, talking with Coach Brad Stovitz, and we asked him the question, you know, how did you feel about this? And because some of us thought, wow, they played really hard.
Not so good, really.
Right? I didn't think we played that well.
No.
And you know, you don't really, you don't always hear it that way coming up from the coaches. But one thing I will say I've learned about Brad is he just says it the way he feels. He's very forward to the players about it. You know, this is a reality we're dealing with here, and so on. And I as somebody who asks the questions sometimes, I really appreciate that honesty in Coach Stovitz.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure that everybody does, but that's okay, Brian. Keep it up. I like your style, buddy. So, you know, and then of course moving on into some, you know, the next 2 games, 3 overtime losses, frustrating times for the Sarnia Sting. We're now at 5 losses in a row, and now tonight playing the first place team here tonight. You would expect them to be standing a lot taller, and yet sometimes when we play those tougher teams, that's when we seem to play better.
And you know what? I that's where I wanted to, you know, sort of go with that, is that, you know, I wouldn't sell this thing. You mentioned that this might be unpredictable. I disagree. I think this might be very predictable because, you know, we know we're going to see good hockey out of Ottawa because they're the number 1 team, and you know, so I know we're going to see some good hockey out of them. In the past, if I was a betting man, you know, we have seen Sarnia play much better against some of the stronger teams in the league, and I think...
And horribly against some of the worst.
Right. Well, this is a top-rated team, so I'm going to predict that we're going to see some really good hockey.
Are you predicting a win?
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to go that far, but...
I am. I'll say it.
For sure. You know what? I'm hopeful. I think, you know, again, we've talked about it many times. I think all the elements are there. They just have to come together, and maybe the new guy, you know, maybe he's going to create some kind of flow that just might, you know,
well,
give
perhaps
us a
too, because
point,
I mean, him starting his first game with the Sarnia Sting tonight. We're talking again about Anthony Tabak, if he was joining us. Speaking of which, before we carry on, we're strictly live on Facebook now, so if you have some comments or questions while we're live that you want to share, you can do that right now, and our producer Jason will share them with us, and we'll be able to react to while we're live. And then we'll also, I'll be checking the comments after we're live, and we'll follow up with those as well. So feel free to make your comments. We will be able to see them now, which is great. So back to Anthony Tabak coming here, first game with the Sting against the number 1 team. How much has this Sarnia Sting team and the new player interacted yet? And is this a good time to figure that synergy out?
Well, you know what? I mean, there's no time like the present, right? So, I mean, I'm a firm believer in that. I think, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, I trial by fire, it works. You know, in most cases,
there's risk involved, right?
Yep.
But I guess you don't get further ahead if you don't take those.
No, you got to take risks. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, right? That's the way it is. So, you know, I don't think it's taking a risk. I think we're bringing a young guy in. I think he'll get, you know, just enough playing time to make you know, his kind of difference. We get a chance to see, you know, what he's all about. We'll get a chance to see, you know, maybe what he needs to work on. And hopefully he's the kind of guy that can help us take our team forward a little further. You know, we're at the point where we're going to get a first-round playoff bid, I think, for the most part. We're in good shape to do that. I mean, the upside of the you know, of the 5 losses is that we still got 3 points out of all that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So there is
the overtime points.
There is an upside to that, right? So it's not that we're not getting points, and we are giving up a few that maybe we shouldn't have, but you know, in the end, we're still, you know, I think in fairly firm ownership of third in our division, which will give us a first-round playoff bid. So, now it's just a matter of trying to make all points, all parts of the team just sort of gel together, right?
Well, let me ask you a question, sort of off topic, but it's to do with the overtime. I had this conversation with a fellow media person about overtime, getting points for losing in overtime. You still get 1 point.
Yep.
And the argument was, why do you get a point? You lost. Why should you get a point? And I don't know the answer. And I don't know there's a right or wrong answer.
I don't know.
But he said, yeah, you shouldn't. Why do you get a point? You lost. You don't get a point.
No.
And it would say,
because it was really a tie, right?
But you lost.
No, but you got a tie. You tied.
I knew
so
I
you
could
get
get
you get one for the tie, right? You get one. You get 1 point because at the end of regulation,
it'd be simpler if you just you got.
So you split the difference.
You got one if you win. You get 0 if you lose.
Yeah, you know what? Now you're just making things complicated.
Then stat people would be out of business.
Yes, 100%.
There'd be no room for analysis.
Sorry, smarter people than me figured out these rules in the beginning. You know what?
Really? Well, that's why I asked you. I thought you would know better than I on why it's like
I'm just going to have a cheeky answer because they said so. Cheeky.
Cheeky's the word of the day.
Cheeky is a good
Makes
word.
me think of Cheeky Monkey. Hello, Cheeky Monkey.
Cheeky Monkey. Absolutely.
Starting lineup's already been posted on our Facebook page. Thanks to Blackwater Coffee for the Sarnia Sting lineup there. Go back before this video, and you should see it there as well. Special guest tonight, Liam Henderson, is making an appearance here with us tonight. I ran into him and his father earlier.
That's awesome.
Might be on the radio. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
If you want the play-by-plays here, folks, of course you can listen to CHMK with Lee Cunningham and Pat DeRoche with the play-by-play, and our friend Terry Doyle's up there as well. For
absolutely.
Sorry, it's not Your TV Sarnia.
TV Sarnia.
Right. I still get used to saying that, right?
Yeah.
Your TV Sarnia. Channel 6 or 700 HD.
700 HD?
I don't even, I didn't know that. My dad told me that.
Yeah.
He has cable. So anyway. Check it out there, and of course, Cameron Lamour, as we're seeing up there
in
on the big
lights.
screen there, and big lights, making an appearance here tonight as well. Speaking of appearances, we'll see how he does in between the pipes there, and of course, Anthony Tabak on the second line here tonight. So we'll see what turns up there. There's a lot of things to be observing here tonight with this.
Now the radio mentioned somebody else coming in tonight too for the first time, and I missed it because I was busy driving home from work, but. Anyway, but we may have some other excitement going on out there. I guess.
Yes.
Are you aware?
Probably.
Oh, look at you go.
Possibly.
You can't keep secrets from me.
I can.
No, you. What?
Do you know how I keep a secret from you?
What?
So anyway, folks.
Oh, God. You're killing me, man.
Oh, yes, I am.
And I thought we were friends.
And it's fun. It's
and
really
I was going
fun.
to take you to Brownstones tonight. No,
well, you still can.
Not anymore.
You still can.
No, you got secrets. I don't take secrets.
You'll know. So there's always somebody smiling and waving.
Absolutely.
I think I'm up on you tonight. I think I got 4 waves to you.
Oh, that's Ted. No, are you kidding me?
He was looking at me.
Whatever.
I saw Liam Henderson.
Yes, I'm sure that you did. And you're going to interview him.
I'm going to talk. You know what?
More secrets you're keeping.
He is... he's easy to interview. He's fantastic. And he knows all the stats. I could ask him, you should stand here when I ask him. He'll tell you about every player, every broken nail, all right down to the
nice. And see, I have to look that stuff up. I'm not that smart.
Got mine right there too. I don't know if I could do it without an app.
No, me too. Hockey DB, baby. That's a deal right there.
All right, well, we're going to wrap things up here now. And thanks to all of you for watching. Once again, whether you're watching the replay or watching live, share your comments here below, and we'll make sure that we respond to those comments. Ottawa 67s in the house. Sarnia Sting ready to take them on here. Pretty good crowd showing up here for this one here tonight, so it's always good to see that. Of course, I'm not sure who's going to join me, whether it'll be Jake or Liam next period. I think you might be done for the night.
I can watch a hockey game. I'm a hockey with that.
And
down in my lowly seat.
We may. Sorry, I have nothing to do with that. That
more secrets.
And we might. Let's go hang out at Brownstones after. I mean, why not? They have those half-price appetizers.
Yeah, they do.
And Yeah.
I'm on the losing weight gig again.
Shameless. I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah, great time.
Yes.
New Year's, January. What a great time to say I'm going to lose weight.
I absolutely.
Why not
am.
November? Before you start eating all that stuff at Christmas.
Because I like eating at Christmas.
Right. Okay.
So I'm signing you up for what, 20 pounds?
Something like that. No, I'm too exercise. You know why I don't exercise?
What's
it's
that?
not fun.
It's not fun.
It's no fun.
Exercise should be a four-letter word, right?
I hear the Hive on the screen getting ready to start his thing, coming out to take the ice. I think Liam Henderson is also dropping the puck here tonight.
Nice.
Or he's walking the puck out, I should say.
And then he's going up to a box seat, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yep.
All right, that's it for now. For the show live on location here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena on behalf of the Video Show Network, I'm David Burrows and my friend Jay Peckham.
Go, Sting, go!
We will talk to you soon. Honestly, on Twitter.